Hey everybody, it's Kyle coming to you from my car. I would say that I'm recording from my phone that I've recently gotten back, which is great, and sort of. But actually, I am recording this on my watch directly. Whoops, that was a podcast in the background. Sorry about that. But I'm recording this directly onto my watch. I thought I'd give it a try, you know. It has the ability, you can record it here and then it automatically sends the data right over to your phone. So thought I'd give it a shot, see what it sounds like. If it's a total bust, I'll just re-record later. All right, what's good that's going on in my life right now? Well, I have my Samsung Galaxy Fold 4 back. Yes. Gave it to them on a Monday last week. Got it back on Monday this week. I mean, that's pretty incredible considering I was told by errbody that it was going to be up to 2 months for them to get the parts to fix this thing. Pretty nuts. So either they really suck and they can't get parts, or they're full of shit. Either one isn't good enough, right? I mean, I hate to be a dick that way, but you know, I paid a lot for this phone and paid for service and stuff every month and all that. It's under warranty. You need to fix it, even if it's not under warranty. I got extended repair and Samsung Care Plus on it. You need to get it fixed. So, you know, maybe it's just this one U-brake I fix. I don't know. I'm not really sure, guys, but I can tell you this one over in Blue Springs off of 7 Highway sucks. Don't care what anybody else has to say about it. I was treated pretty piss poor. I wasn't treated great last year when I went there for the Flip 3. And they replaced the Samsung, the factory screen protector or whatever. And then it was coming off like 2 weeks later. I mean, they're just not good, man. Sometimes you can't fix things like this, you know? You need to, and this is look, no matter what anybody says, these foldables that are out right now, these are prototypes, man. They're really not ready for prime time. I get why they're selling them, because people are excited, they want one and all that stuff, but they're still kind of prototypes. This is the infancy of this type of screen and all that. It's just not really ready for prime time yet, but I love it, and when it works, it's amazing, and it makes me happy. But anyway, blah blah blah. I got it back, and I'm happy. And on top of that, this is how good the service is with Samsung. And again, this is just under my year warranty. They also sent me a $50 case just for free. Didn't ask me if I wanted it or anything like that. They just put it in the box when they sent back my phone. So that was pretty badass. It's one of the ones that's the Samsung brand, and it's got the little strap on the back so you can kind of hold it a little more secure. I dig it. It's pretty nice. I'm trying to think if that's what I want to do, or if I want to, you know, because I really don't need to use the big wireless charger vent mount thing that I had for the Optima right now anyway, because you know, here in the Sorrento that we have, I just plug in my phone and it's on Android Auto, so it's kind of always charging and always transmitting, all that stuff, so I don't really have to worry about it. So I may go back to that special case I bought, which is clear, but it has a pen holder on the side. I'm not really sure yet. That thing's pretty big and bulky. I'm kind of enjoying this case, so we'll see. I don't know. The other advantage of the big clear one that I got is it has a built-in screen protector, which is pretty awesome, you know, and this one doesn't really, and I took my screen protector off to put on that other one, blah, blah, blah. It's a long story. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so that's good. That's going on. I'm glad I got it back. It's been a lot of fun to play with. It wasn't great that I had to kind of redo everything again. That kind of sucked. But along the way, I'm trying a few new things, using Nova Launcher again and stuff like that. And that's that's kind of cool. So we'll see where it goes. Hard to say. Yeah, I'm happy. The other thing I've been doing, I think I told you guys a little bit about the Moft smart desk mat. I don't know if I did or not. I'll have to put some pictures in the picture thing this week. Basically what it is, it's a leather like desk mat, and the idea behind it and the fact that it's smart is, first of all, it's magnetic, so you can hang things up on it, tilt it up a little bit so you get a better view. You can use it with a laptop. You can use it. I use it with my Samsung Galaxy S7 Plus tablet, along with this phone, the Fold 4, which is pretty much a tablet itself. And then it also has like NFC built in, so when you pass your device over it, when you're starting to use it or whatever, it automatically knows what you're there for, and it adjusts your device to be ready to do, like Samsung Dex, for instance. It'll turn on Samsung Dex automatically and get that running. And then the other thing it does is it has a magnetic built-in charger, so a wireless charger, and you plug that sucker in via USB-C, and then when you dock your device on top of this deal, or magnetically onto this deal, boom, there you go. It's getting charged at the same time. So that's pretty sweet. Definitely enjoy it. It is nice to use the Samsung stylus and stuff that just magnetically attaches right to the mat itself. It's a little overpriced, I would say that. I put out my own money for it. I will use it. And the other thing I would say is, I wish it kind of folded in half, so it's a little smaller. Like if I wanted to go to the library or to a coffee shop or something to take it in with me, it's pretty big. I can't imagine just walking in with that thing. But if it folded in half, it'd be more like a big book or a magazine or newspaper even. So magazines and newspapers are what we used to read stuff on, kids, just in case you're confused about that. But yeah, it would be kind of cool if it was a little smaller or folded into something smaller. But I kind of understand also, probably the deal is that if you added another bending point in there, it's going to kind of weaken the whole support system, and it's just not going to work well. So I know why they did it. I'm just saying, too bad you can't have something that, after you fold it out, you can snap this bar behind it or something like that would keep it sturdy. But whatever, it is what it is. It's still pretty cool. I enjoy messing with it, and it gives me an easy workspace that I can just pick up and take with me when I'm done. It's got a wrist rest and everything for keyboard and mouse or whatever, if you're using that. I do have a little Bluetooth keyboard I use with it. As far as mouse goes, I just use the screen, man. I mean, they're touch screens. But so I will use the keyboard with it and do that, but I don't know. I might have to look for another keyboard too. The one I got, it's old, man, but it's pretty cool, and it's got a little trackpad on it, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it, guys. I'm sure somebody makes an outrageously thin, Bluetooth or wireless keyboard that would work with it. We'll have to see. Don't really need to buy anything else right now. All right, guys, I don't need to take a break, but I'm going to go ahead and continue anyway. So let's talk about what I'm into right now. And I'm driving, of course, as you can probably tell. What I'm into right now, well, let's see, music. I did pick up It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, the Public Enemy album. Really great record. It's the one with Cold Lampin' on it, and Bring the Noise. That's another big one. Gotta love that tune. Yeah, that's been kind of fun blasting that one a little bit. But I don't really need any new records, so there's nothing really new there. There's a couple things coming. I've got another one of those records coming in from, Vinyl Moon, which is pretty fun. I think I know I've told you guys about that. So looking forward to that coming in. And enjoying that music, man, because it's awesome. I played it the other night with our friend Julie Booley, and we took her out for her birthday. And I played the one that I have right now, the Vinyl Moon album, and they were both like, "Wow, what is this, man? This is awesome. I'm like, yeah, I know. So, yeah, I mean, they're not the cheapest things in the world, but it keeps you up on newer music, and they're really good with their selections. I will say that. So that's about it on music. Not really listening to anything new there. All right, what am I watching? Well, you know what? I gave a movie a second chance last night, and it's a sequel to a movie that I loved as a kid, and a lot of people my age did. Escape from LA, though, is no Escape from New York. It tries real hard to be, but it is not. It is not the same thing. And, I mean, other than the fact that Snake Plissken is in there, it really doesn't have much to do with the old film at all. And that's too bad, because the original film is so freaking good. It's really a bummer to see that they just can't make it fit in. I don't know. To me, I started watching it, and April's like, I don't want to watch that. And then she's like, oh, God dang it, I do want to watch it. So she sat down and watched it with me. And what we both decided is really the big problem with it is that they try to do everything in it, and they also try to do everything a little bit better in it. And in doing so, they ultimately do everything worse. It's essentially a very similar story, not the exact same story as Escape from New York, but it's pretty damn close. And I don't know. It's really a piss poor version of it. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'll kind of leave it right there. But yeah, we watched that. Yeah, it's no good. I mean, I can't think of one thing in it where I'm like, okay, it's worth watching. It's really that bad. I'll just leave it at that. I love Escape from New York, by the way. And I love the character Snake Plissken. I love John Carpenter films in general. But this one's a turd. No two ways about it. All right, moving on. What else have I been watching? I mean, nothing really new. I've talked about the documentary series and stuff I've kind of been watching. I just haven't had any time to watch anything. Last weekend was crazy busy with prom and all that. Oh, and there will be pictures in the notes there. You can go to look at the pictures. There's a few prom pictures in there. My kids looked great. Their dates looked great. They all went out. They had a fun time. They had fun posing for the pictures. They had a good meal. They had fun dancing and being goofy and just having a blast. And so really that's all it's all about, right? I can't think of anything else. All right. Let's see. That's it on watching. Let's see. Listening. Okay. Reading. What have I been reading? Really nothing. I told you guys about the book that I'm listening to, the audiobook by Eric Larson. And I just need, I'll be mowing again here in a couple days, and I'll continue listening to it. But it was pretty darn good. I did talk to a friend last week, John. I hadn't seen in a while. This is a big band concert thing, symphony thing. And we talked a little bit about Silo that's coming up by Hugh Howey. I love Hugh Howey books, and John's actually who turned me on to him with the book Wool. And I think I even have a comic of it, if I remember correctly, like a graphic novel digitally. But they're really amazing sci-fi stories, more subtle and everything, definitely post-apocalyptic, but beautiful stories, well written, great characters. So I'm really looking forward to this Silo series that's coming on TV. I think it's on, I can't remember if it's on Hulu or Apple Plus or Apple TV. But it's looks really amazing, man. I am looking forward to that, and so is he. We talked a little bit about it. We'll have to just keep up to date on it with each other and see what we think. All right, that's it for reading. Let's see, gaming. Yeah, I ended up getting a copy of Black Mesa on sale for like $5. What that is they've taken, I believe it's Half-Life 2, or it might be the original Half-Life. I don't know. They took one of those 2 games by Valve and they totally modernized it, made the graphics more modern. Everything's more modern as far as video gaming goes. Updated everything in it. And so, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to playing that a little bit on the Steam Deck. I love those games and I used to play them plenty. I can't imagine being able to play them mobile, but I will. So we'll see what that's like. But nothing else really in gaming, you know. I mean, I'm a big Angry Birds Journey guy. I've been playing that like for a couple years now on my phone, just to pass time here and there when I'm stuck in a waiting room or waiting for the kids when I'm picking them up, that kind of thing. So that's about the biggest extent. As far as me gaming, that's about the extent of it right there. I don't really game a whole ton, although I do love the Steam Deck, and I need to play it more. And so maybe Black Mesa will be that thing that puts me over the top on that. And then podcasts. I mean, nothing really new, guys. I've told you about podcasts I'm listening to. There's really nothing different that I can think to tell you about. I mean, the Y-Files is big for me. I've been listening to those, but they're really just audio of the TV show or the show that's on YouTube. So nothing really new there. So I can't imagine that, I'm finding anything different on that. So we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, nothing else really besides that, guys. That is it. I have been, I have been just kind of working hard and getting stuff ready to go and everything for this summer. We got a lot going on this summer. We got a lot of stuff we got to do. Kids start working here in a few weeks when they get out of school. It's going to be pretty hectic, Granted, my son can take my daughter sometimes to work, but he also is going to be gone for a considerable portion of the summer. So he won't be there to do that kind of stuff. So there you go. I mean, that's kind of what my life's about at the moment. And just kind of prepping and getting ready for how nuts it's going to be. Because it is. It's going to be nutty and busy as hell. And that's fine. That's kind of the thing, right? All right, guys. Not much else I can think of. I will have to catch up with you guys again next week. Sorry, my brain is a little scattered. I'll catch up with you guys next week. I got a few things coming up that I'd like to talk to you guys about and discuss, and we'll see where it goes from there. So it's supposed to start raining this evening, and it's going to rain like all week. Oh, here's some huge news. We're going to see Tenacious D tonight. My lovely wife, purchased tickets for us to go see them months and months back. I don't know how excited she really is to see him, but she's willing to endure it with me because she knows that I enjoy, listening to these guys. And I think they're a lot of fun, man. I mean, yeah, they're foul and it's sexist and ridiculous, but they're actually, the idea is they're kind of making fun of all that stuff. They don't really feel that way. They're just kind of clowning on other bands that really are that way. So that, knowing that, I don't feel as negative about it. But yeah, I can see why people wouldn't want anything to do with it. I totally can. But again, it's not really a big negative. And if people would just stop and listen, they'd understand that, oh yeah, okay, I get what these guys are saying. Because that's essentially what's up. So, all right, guys. But yeah, I got to mow the lawn this week and get all that stuff ready. We got a few other things we still got to get rid of from the pool being broken down and everything. But if you're in my neighborhood or something and you happen to be driving by, get off my lawn.